morning. It is week 17 of our garden tour. This is also filming a couple days late. It's a Tuesday today. We normally film this on the weekend. But we've had a lot of stuff going on, especially smoke here. We're in California in zone 9, and the smoke has been so bad that it's actually been unsafe to go outside. So we've been coming outside like just long enough to water and like harvest a little bit, but we haven't really been able to really take care of the garden lately. And we have some like pest issues going on and stuff like that. So there's a lot going on right now. It's kind of discouraging, but I'm trying to keep the faith and just remember that this is what a lot of people say their end of season looks like. And so I'm going to show you around, just kind of see what's going on today. I also got a new tripod so you can actually see things better, which is awesome. Like you can see that these tomatoes behind me are actually taller than me. And I am just under 5'6". But anyway, yeah, let's look around the garden and see what's going on today. We're starting to get bigger berries. I don't know if you can see that, but the berries in here are starting to get like an actual full size, which is awesome. And so I'm determined now to keep the slugs out, so we're probably going to get that copper tape this weekend to keep them out. But the strawberries are doing well. Alright, so the cherry tomatoes have been doing well. They've definitely been slowing down, but they're still producing. So there's some down there that I got to take off, and we still have flowers and stuff coming in, and so it's probably just because it was so hot. So we were supposed to have a heat wave. It was supposed to be 106 to 111 for over a week, and that didn't happen, and it's mostly because of the fires, we think. The smoke has been kind of blocking the sun and stuff like that, so it's actually been a lot cooler. It's been in the high 90s instead this week, which would be nice if we were able to actually go outside, but we've been staying inside. Today's actually, the air is better than it's been the last couple days. It's like standing in a campfire. You can see behind me, the San Marzanos are doing pretty well. Hey buddy. Hi dude. Good morning. Hi. Hi. That's not for you. The San Marzanos behind Remy have been doing pretty well. We've actually been harvesting a lot of those off in the last week, which has been really cool. So we're actually starting to get those. Okay. Then we have the pepper bed. So the pepper bed's been doing really well. Earlier this week, we just came out here really fast and took off everything that had sun scald on it. So we had an entire colander of peppers that parts of them were usable, so we just cut out the bad parts. But now we have, excuse the trash truck, it is trash day in the city. But now we have a bunch of ripening peppers, which is really cool, and they're super pretty. And on the peppers, I also noticed that we are starting to get pest issues, and so I actually don't know what that is, but we're starting to get aphids. I don't know what that is, but there are a ton of aphids on here. I read online that you can like wash them off kind of in a high pressure situation with your water hose, and so I tried that. Didn't work at all. And so I basically just like blasted them with water for no reason, but none of the actual peppers came off. And I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm pretty sure that's nothing good. If you know what these are, let me know. So we were thinking of coming out here last night and spraying them with, all of them with neem oil. We got it and we never actually used it because we were trying to see how far in the season we could go without spraying our plants with anything. But the pests are really bad right now. And so, especially over here too, you can see. So yeah, this is covered in aphids and covered in bugs. I took a bunch off by hand. I also removed some leaves that were just really bad. And We were gonna do the neem oil last night, and then I saw one lone ladybug, and so I wanted to give them another shot. But it looks like it's starting to really affect these plants. Like this is a new cucumber that we put in, and it's covered in aphids and stuff, and it looks sicker, significantly sicker than all of the other ones. And I think it's because it's right between these two old zucchini plants that are covered in bugs. And so I think we're just gonna come out here tonight and spray neem oil just to kind of get it done. But these are still producing, they're just producing slowly. And this one has a ton of zucchini in there. So we're still working with those. We decided to move this bean plant so it could actually climb up the trellis. And then we have our cucumbers. So it's really cool because actually these last week were all barely touching the trellis, if that. And so they've grown a lot in a week. And then so you see these plants, and then that one looks significantly sicker. And I think it's because of the aphids. But here's the new zucchini, and it's flowering, which is really cool. Let's see, get over here. So that's a flower on the new zucchini that we just put in. The new beans are doing well. This thing we put in a really long time ago, and it was struggling the entire time. But it's trying again, so it's trying to put off flowers. And these really purple flowers are really pretty. So it's gonna be nice when those bloom. And then the other little zucchini are also flowering. And then this honey nut that we've had up for a long time. So we had one honey nut on it that we were waiting on, and then we clipped a bunch of the plant, and then it just kind of exploded and started over. And there's a lot of blooms on it, so there's a ton of fruit actually on this thing. See, there's one guy back there. There's one in here. It's actually pretty good size. There's that guy back there. So there's fruit all over this thing, so I think it's gonna get around too. There's another guy right there. And then over here is the butternut squash. I just put this in, and so this went in way later than I wanted it to. They were ready and going to transplant, and then we had that heat wave started, and so I was trying to hold off from putting them in here because it gets like a lot of afternoon sun. And then the smoke started, and so I just figured I'm gonna lose my window completely and they're gonna die in the cups they're in. So I just put them in here to see what they would do. And they've actually been growing, which is really nice. They have a bunch of new leaves on them, so that's been cool. And then we have a Persian gherkin over here. It attached to the trellis this week, and so it's kicking. And then our zinnia patch. So this thing is amazing and beautiful, and we've been getting butterfly visitors on it, and it's just been so awesome. And let me flip this camera so I can show you exactly how tall these things are. Okay, so I'm standing a couple feet away from it, but they're about waist height with me. So they're really tall. This one is like in the middle of my stomach, so they're getting really tall and really beautiful, and we love this part of the garden and seeing what it's doing and all that stuff, so it's been really cool. Okay, so that is our garden tour for week 17. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have an aphid problem too and what you're doing about it. We'd love to learn and just see what we can do. This is our first year having a big garden like this, and so it's also our first year having a garden here. But yeah, so let us know what's going on in your garden. We'd love to hear about it. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good week. Bye.